Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of the Hunger Games series, or if you're just looking for your next captivating read, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into Suzanne Collins' latest installment in the Panem universe, Sunrise on the Reaping. This prequel takes us back to the 50th Hunger Games, the second quarter quell, and gives us a gripping look into the life of a young Haymitch Abernathy. Before we get started, if you're excited to explore this new chapter in the Hunger Games saga with me, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more book discussions, theories, and all things fandom. Let's get into it. Now, for those who might be new to the world of Panem, or just need a quick refresher, Sunrise on the Reaping transports us back to a dystopian North America, divided into 12 districts ruled by the opulent and tyrannical capital. As punishment for a past rebellion, each district is forced to send two tributes, a boy and a girl, to fight to the death in the annual Hunger Games. This brutal spectacle serves as a constant reminder of the capital's power and the district's subjugation. Our story centers around District 12, the poorest of the districts, known for its coal mining. We're introduced to a young Haymitch Abernathy, a name that will be instantly familiar to fans of the original trilogy. However, this Haymitch is not the cynical, often drunk mentor we meet in The Hunger Games. Instead, we find a sharp-witted, observant, and fiercely independent teenager trying to navigate the harsh realities of his life in District 12. He's resourceful, he cares deeply for his family and his best friend, Donner, and he possesses a rebellious spark that hints at the complex character he will become. The book opens in the lead-up to the reaping for the 50th Hunger Games. There's a palpable sense of dread and anxiety hanging in the air of District 12, a feeling that's all too familiar to its residents. But this year is different. This year marks the second quarter quell, a special edition of the Games that occurs every 25 years and comes with a unique, often crueler twist dictated by the capital. And what a twist it is. During the televised announcement, President Snow, in his chillingly calm and manipulative manner, reveals the special rule for the 50th Hunger Games. For this year only, the tributes will be chosen from the existing pool of victors from each district. This means that for District 12, the only eligible tribute is Haymitch Abernathy, who won the 49th Hunger Games just the previous year. Imagine the shock and horror rippling through District 12, and particularly through Haymitch himself. He had already endured the unimaginable trauma of the Games, the loss of his fellow tribute, and the psychological scars that come with surviving such an ordeal. Now, just as he was beginning to find some semblance of normalcy, he's being thrust back into the arena, forced to confront the nightmares he thought he had escaped. This twist immediately sets Sunrise on the Reaping apart from the other books. It delves into the unique perspective of a victor being forced to compete again, highlighting the lasting impact of the Games and the capital's relentless cruelty. It also raises profound questions about the value of victory in a system designed for oppression. Is it truly a triumph, or just a temporary reprieve before being thrown back into the grinder? The selection process is swift and brutal. Haymitch's name is the only one drawn for District 12's male tribute. For the female tribute, the lot falls on Donner, Haymitch's close friend. This adds another layer of emotional complexity to the story. Not only does Haymitch have to face the prospect of returning to the arena, but he also has to do so alongside someone he cares deeply about, knowing that only one of them can possibly survive. The early chapters of the book beautifully portray the bond between Haymitch and They grew up together, navigating the hardships of District 12, and their friendship is a source of strength and comfort for both of them. The prospect of facing the Games together, yet potentially having to fight each other, creates a heartbreaking dilemma that hangs heavy over their interactions. As Haymitch grapples with the reality of his situation, we see glimpses of the trauma he endured in his first Games. Collins masterfully weaves in flashbacks and internal monologues that reveal the strategies he employed, the sacrifices he made, and the emotional toll it took on him. We begin to understand the origins of the cynicism and the coping mechanisms he developed in the years following his victory. The book also explores the complex relationship between victors. They are a unique group of individuals, bonded by their shared experience of surviving the games, yet often isolated by the trauma and the Capitol's manipulations. We see Haymitch interacting with other victors who are also being forced to return to the arena, each carrying their own burdens and scars. Despite his initial despair, Haymitch's inherent resilience and strategic mind begin to kick in. He understands the gravity of the situation and the need to prepare for the unimaginable horrors that await him in the arena. We see him starting to analyze the potential threats, the possible alliances, and the unique challenges that a quarterquell featuring only victors might present. The mentoring process, usually involving a seasoned victor guiding the new tributes, takes on a different dynamic in this quarterquell. The victors are essentially mentoring themselves, drawing on their past experiences, and trying to anticipate the Capitol's twisted game plan. This creates a fascinating dynamic, where former adversaries are forced to cooperate and old alliances are tested. When Haymitch and Maysiley arrive at the Capitol, the stark contrast between the opulence and the suffering is as jarring as ever. The Capitol citizens, oblivious to the true cost of their entertainment, revel in the spectacle of the games, while the tributes are paraded around like prized possessions before being thrown into the arena. The arena for the second quarterquell is revealed to be a particularly brutal and psychologically challenging environment. Without giving away too many spoilers, it's designed to exploit the victors' past traumas and test their ability to trust and form alliances in a situation where betrayal is almost inevitable. The environment itself becomes a formidable opponent, filled with hidden dangers and unpredictable elements. The initial bloodbath is as chaotic and deadly as expected, with seasoned killers forced to confront each other once again. Haymitch, drawing on his previous experience and his sharp instincts, navigates the initial chaos, trying to assess the threats and find potential allies. The formation of alliances becomes a crucial aspect of survival in this quarterquell. Victors who have faced each other in previous games are forced to decide whether to trust each other or to continue their adversarial relationships. The dynamics of these alliances are complex and constantly shifting, with the underlying knowledge that ultimately only one can remain. The book delves into the psychological warfare employed by the Capitol, showcasing how they manipulate the tributes' emotions and exploit their vulnerabilities for the entertainment of the masses. We see the toll this takes on Haymitch and the other victors as they are forced to relive their past traumas and confront their deepest fears. As the games progress, there are moments of unexpected camaraderie and sacrifice. Even in this brutal environment, the shared experience of the victors creates a strange sense of understanding and even empathy. We see instances where they choose to help each other, even at their own risk, highlighting the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. The climax of Sunrise on the Reaping is intense and emotionally charged. Haymitch is forced to make impossible decisions, and the stakes are higher than ever. The ending, while providing a resolution to this particular chapter of Haymitch's story, also leaves us with a deeper understanding of the events that shaped him into the cynical yet ultimately caring mentor we meet in the original trilogy. Sunrise on the Reaping is more than just a prequel. It's a powerful exploration of trauma, resilience, and the enduring human spirit in the face of oppression. It offers a nuanced portrayal of Haymitch Abernathy, revealing the layers of pain and strength that lie beneath his often gruff exterior. The book also serves as a chilling reminder of the Capitol's cruelty and the devastating impact of the Hunger Games on the lives of its victims. Suzanne Collins has once again crafted a compelling and thought-provoking story that will resonate with fans of the series and newcomers alike. It adds significant depth to the Hunger Games universe and provides valuable context for understanding the motivations and actions of one of its most beloved characters. So, what did you think of Sunrise on the Reaping? Did it live up to your expectations? What were your favorite moments or biggest surprises? Let's discuss in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories and insights. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Sunrise on the Reaping, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps other Hunger Games fans find our channel. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more book summaries, discussions, and all things bookish. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.